Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martich here with your outlook for February 15th, 2018. Big question on everybody's mind, of course, the pressing issue is going to be what's going on with this weekend. We'll get into that in a second. First, we're going to start off with today, and we do have just a mainly cloudy day today. I don't think you have any precipitation to deal with except for something very stray, but the big deal today will be the very, very mild temperatures. Believe it or not, it won't be record high territory across the region, but we will have temperatures that are going to be 60 or above in the majority of the coverage area. So this is going to be a very warm day for mid-February, and we'll also be in the mid-60s down here in the southeastern areas. Again, remaining cloudy or mostly cloudy for the majority of the day. Very little chance for a passing shower, about a 20% chance or less of that occurring. And then as we head toward the evening overnight, we will have showers move in. And that is going to come in along this little wave right here. This is going to be moving right along right along a cold front, and it's going to come through during the overnight hours and into Friday morning. All right, and here you see Friday morning a little heavier at first for areas out west, but then it just kind of dies off a little bit as this front continues off to the southeast. It's going to be starting off very mild on Friday as well. Not quite as warm as today, but still mild here Friday morning. Then the temperatures are going to drop after the front comes through during the afternoon, but it probably remains cloudy or mostly cloudy for the duration of the day until we get to the evening. Then we start to clear out overnight as this high pressure off to the west right here is going to start moving in and clearing us out. So before we get to that, I want to get to the NAM high-res future simulator radar. This is starting off at 6 p.m. Thursday. You can see some showers working into our western areas. The rest of the region is going to be just cloudy, maybe a stray shower. Again, a 20% chance of a stray shower, and that's it. And then as we work our way through the evening, we'll have bands of showers moving through, mainly our central and northern areas. Mostly mid to late evening for most locations outside of central PA, and then this will continue overnight and into Friday morning, and it'll just come in these different shower waves. Not a whole lot of rain here. We're not talking about a lot of rain overnight, but we'll have the opportunity for these for rain to occur, and then that's going to as we get to 6 a.m. This is the look here. Here's 7. It's starting to move across a broader part of Pennsylvania. And then finally, here's 10 p.m. or 10 a.m. We start getting the showers to wind down. And the cold front starting to move through at this point. And then here is 1 p.m. and there's nothing really much left over at that point. So it's mainly just a Friday morning thing, and I don't even think it goes the entire morning before this thing kind of falls apart. And temperatures, again, will drop as we get during the course of Friday afternoon, but I don't think it's going to be like a dramatic drop. They're going to go from low to mid-50s down to into the falling through the 40s during the day, and maybe even 30s up here in the far northwestern areas. All right, now let's get behind this point because we want to get to the next system, which is the weekend system. Now this is still up in the air here with how this evolves. Cold front's going to move off to our south. You see that here. It's off to our south, and it's going to provide the train tracks basically for this system that's well to the southwest in the southwestern United States to scream across the country along that frontal boundary. And although you can't see that boundary, it's still here. The precipitation associated with it is just basically offshore at this point, but the boundary is still there. Here's the high pressure that's moving in across our region over the Ohio Valley. It's going to move eastward overnight, Friday night, so you have a mostly clear night and a mostly sunny start Saturday morning, and then clouds are going to increase in the afternoon as our system moves in from the southwest. And it's probably going to be later in the afternoon, and then by the time we get to see how fast it's racing, it's just in 6 hours. It goes from right here to that. So it's really hauling this system. This is not going to be something that's going to be lingering around. We have no blocking in place. No phasing of any jet streams or anything like that. This is just going to be a quick, progressive, quick hitter. That's going to coincide with the time that the cold air is around. So we have a very small window of about 36 hours where there'll be enough cold air in place for this system to take advantage of and give us a little sneaky snow event. Now it's not going to be a big deal because it's again, this is moving pretty fast. Some of the models are trying to overamp this low, like this particular model we're using here in the video. This is really overamped and probably overdone as far as precipitation is concerned. But you can see it brings the snow on the northwest side mainly along and northwest of I-95. It may not even be along either. We'll have to wait to see how that works out. Boundary layer temperatures in southern New Jersey and Delaware are going to be a little bit marginal. So unless you get some really heavy rates, you're not going to see any snow, accumulating snow in that area. It probably comes down in the form of rain or a mix of rain and snow that really doesn't do much accumulating. So I think this is mainly a northwest of I-95 deal, but we're going to wait and see how this plays out, because there are models indicating that this could be a big bunch of nothing. All right, and I'll show you that in here. Here's the latest GFS. This just ran this evening. Has a very weak low, just moving off the Carolinas aimlessly, and we have no snow in our coverage area. Nothing at all. This is the second straight run of the GFS showing that. The GFS was on its own, or is on its own. I did see the Canadian this evening that also is more impressed than this. The NAM is more impressed than this. The European model is more impressed than this. Obviously, that's the most impressive model up until this point. The new European model I did not see, the overnight run. This was recorded just before midnight, so I don't have that in yet. But everything has run so far disagrees with the GFS, which is showing this total miss. But the total miss idea is still on the table, or light grays is still on the table, where you just get some, little minor amounts. So there's a reason why we don't put a first call out this early. I got a lot of questions about that yesterday. Where's your first call? I haven't gotten a first call map yet. Well, this is why, where there's a lot of uncertainty yet, and we can't just put maps out for the sake of putting them out. So first call will be Thursday, probably about 5 o'clock on Thursday. So look for that later this afternoon on the weather alerts page. But this could be a bunch of nothing, and if you don't hear from us today, we'll announce, so we'll have to let you know. But don't be surprised if this thing misses entirely. But if it does hit, it could give you a 2 to 4, 3 to 5 inch snowfall across the region. Probably limited to that, though, because it's very quick moving. Here's the NAM, and this is a long range NAM, so we're going to take this with a grain of salt here. Because sometimes at the longer range it doesn't really do things correctly or handle things correctly. But this comes in probably early to mid-evening on Saturday. So most of Saturday's dry, just starting off sunny, and the clouds increase. And then you have this moving in a very quick time. This is going to go from 8 p.m. to 11 to 2 a.m. And here's 5 a.m. It's gone. So there's probably like a 6 to 8 hour window of snow here. But you can see it does have the blue, obviously, is snow. And it's giving you snow, maybe northwest of I-95, so it's still showing that. And because it's moving so quickly, there's only so much snow you can get in a 6 to 8 hour period, especially if it's not coming down incredibly hard. So I would think it's more of a 2 to 4, 3 to 5 inch snowfall would be likely in the highest jackpot areas, if you will, the areas that get the most snow, which we still don't know yet. We're going to do that with the first call today and get back to you on that. So right now we're kind of shying away from these amped solutions here and going toward just a quick hitting, maybe 2 to 4, 3 to 5. But again, we're gonna narrow that down later this afternoon on the weather alerts page with that first call. High pressure moves in behind it for Sunday, but it moves offshore, so it allows the wind to come in from the south. So we're gonna warm up on Sunday, and then once we get past that, we're gonna continue to warm up next week. Warm front comes through on Monday with some showers. And after that, we turn much warmer again, very similar to where we are today. By the time we get to Tuesday and Wednesday, as far as high temperatures are concerned, we're going to be flirting with a 60-degree mark, if not in the 60s. Tuesday, Wednesday, and probably Thursday of next week also. But it's going to be dry, it looks like, at least through the end of the 7-day forecast period through Wednesday. And then it probably stays warm again here on Thursday until this cold front off our west will come through, likely next Friday. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martich. That is your outlook for February 15th, 2018. Have a great Thursday.